Get Garchomp out of UU. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be taking a look at Garchomp, who recently got moved down to the UU tier. Garchomp has been a mainstay in the OU tier since its inception in Gen 4. Garchomp was using two sets. The first one you can see here is a sword subset with max attack and max speed. The other one is a fast hazard setter with Dragon Tail with some phasing. Now let's see this monster in action. I quickly made a sand team in UU just to test this out. I start with the Hippo, they start with the Gastrodon. We exchange some rocks, and then I go for the Yawn, make the Slug a little drowsy over there. He goes for the Sludge gets the crit, but I eat that right up. I then switch into my Cresselia, take a little bit of rock damage. He switches into the Gyarados, takes some big damage over there. He fires off a super effective crunch, but Crest eats that right up. I go for the T-Wave, get that power on him. We're taking some damage from the sand. I go for the Reflect, eat up another crunch, get that defense lower. I set up the screens, I get the full para. I start blasting the moon at his face, doing barely anything, get another full para. Keep shooting some moons at him, get another para. Shooting some moons, getting actually pretty unlucky here. I wish I was able to switch, but he finally takes me out with the crunch. Gets that Moxie boost. I then go into my Tankatonk with both my screens up. Go for the fake out, take out the Gyarados. He then goes into the Hydreigon, takes a nice chunk from the rocks. Goes for the Terra Steel, Fire Blast, I eat that right up. Go for the T-Wave, paralyze the dragon. I then punch him in the head, get rid of his Choice Scarf. He gets another full power, getting really lucky with the hacks this game. I then switch into my T-Tar, take a little bit of damage, get that sand going again. Eat that Fire Blast, but get the unlucky burn. I then decide to switch into the Threat, finally decide to get Garchomp going. He goes for the U-turn, takes a little bit of that rough skin damage, goes into the Scissor, but it doesn't matter. It's already too late. I decide to set up a sub, get my little beanbag. He starts dancing with the swords in front of my face. He fires off that bullet punch, gets rid of my beanbag, takes a little bit of damage. I like his dance, I copy him with the swords, get my attack boost. Go for the Terra Steel, eat up that bullet punch. He takes a little bit more rough skin damage. I fire off an Earthquake, take out the Scissor. He then goes into the Cloyster, takes a little bit of damage. I fire off an Earthquake, take him out. The Wounded Dragon then decides to come back out. Outspeed, go for the Dragon Claw, take him out too. At this point you can really see where this is going. He goes into the Iron Treads, I go for the EQ, take him out. With just one boost, Garchomp is really a threat and overpowers everything in the UU tier. Even Gastrodon here, take him out in one shot, good game. Alrighty, let's get into game 2 of this. Start with the Dipland, I start with the Hippo, get that sand going, and get my rocks up. He goes for the Infestation, does a little bit, traps my Hippo. We each take a little bit of damage. I go for the Yawn, make the Apple drowsy over there. He goes for the Energy Ball, does a huge chunk to my Hippo. Takes a little bit of damage, I take some myself. He then switches into the Shroom Boy. I go for the Slack Off, get a huge chunk of my health back. We each take some damage over here. Go for the Yawn, make the Mushroom drowsy. He goes for the Spore, puts my Hippo to sleep. I then bring out the Threat, the Garchomp. He switches back into the Apple over there, takes some rocks damage. I go for the Terra Steel. Decides to start dancing with some swords. He goes for the Draco, I eat that right up. He gets a special attack lower. He then switches into the Clodsire, but it's too late already. I go for the sub, get my beanbag up, get a little bit back from the lefties. He goes for the Terra Water, I go for the EQ, do a huge chunk to him. He gives me an Earthquake, gets rid of my beanbag. I go for another Earthquake, take out the Clodsire. He then goes into his Fighting Duck over there. Doesn't matter, I go for the Earthquake, take him out in one shot. My opponent then stalls out and eventually forfeits. Good game. In conclusion, I think Garchomp is just way too strong for the UU tier, and it's only a matter of time before it goes back to OU. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and stay tuned for future content. Peace!